my kind of person. And even if you don't like it, you can learn it. So I develop websites, web applications, and hybrid mobile apps for businesses and organizations in Nigeria. I live in software. You already know about me, so let me just move on. Now let's talk about the African SME market. The African SME market is emerging fast, but it remains largely untapped. When we talk about SMEs, we're talking about small, medium, and small and medium-sized enterprises, right? And so we have very big firms, but at the same time we have firms that are not very big. Maybe they have 10 to 50 staff, or they have 2 people or 3 people. You understand? So you have this. Also, it could just be a one-man business. All of these people are all over the place in Africa, and according to internet penetration in Africa is currently around 39%. Behind the world average of 57%, but Africa takes just around 12% of the world's internet usage. That shows that it's something that is growing. But this small number is growing very fast, and the world knows about this. That's why Mac was here. That's why the Jacks were here. Everybody knows that there is a market, a big market here. So, but this market that everybody sees, everybody is looking at that is the big businesses that can be done in Africa. The fintech, transport, logistics, e-commerce, big e-commerce. That's what everybody's looking at. So you have all the OPs and all the, Andela, you have the Jumia, Konga. All those ones are targeting end users big time. And so all those kind of businesses, you can't start them without a lot of money. You need VCs, you need investments, seed investments, and all of that. And so I know many of you might be wondering if you are just coming into the software development environment. They're like, okay, do I join a startup or do we form a group? We have to first get an idea. We have to look for investments. There's this big business that everybody keeps focusing on. There's another one that people are not really looking at, and that's the untapped area where you have a lot of value that can be created. So these are the SMEs. I call them TSMEs. That means there is even a smaller part. Tiny, small, medium. So these very small businesses that people are not thinking about. And there's a lot of value that can be created in that area. A study last year showed that SMEs constitute about 90% of all the businesses in Nigeria. So you can see most of the businesses in Nigeria are actually SMEs. And you know that we don't really have records, so this is not even accurate. If we really check it very well, you see that it's more than 90%. And they are creating more than 80% of all the employment in the country. So we have a lot of SMEs in Nigeria. That means there's an opportunity. These businesses need creative and tech skills to function. Now, this is the tech part of it. We have the creatives. The creatives get this very well. They understand that SMEs need their value, and they are really tapping into it. So you see them, they do business with these guys. But I realize that tech, we are not really tapping into that area as much as the creatives are doing. So and there's a value gap there that needs to be filled, and that is where I believe we can come in. So we can create solutions. And what kind of solutions are we talking about? We're talking about the simple things like websites. The simple things like simple applications that can help them automate simple processes. Some companies that have like 10 to 50 staff, when they want to do appraisal every year, they still push a lot of paper. They don't have any application. They cannot buy the big software. They can't buy the big enterprise software to use. At the same time, they are pushing paper. And there's a middle point. There are small applications that we can build for these people that can automate this process. And I'm talking like this because for the past 10 years, this is the space in which I have functioned. So I know that there are opportunities in this space. There are solutions to be created in this space. Small applications. Some companies just need an application that they can use to generate reference number for their documents. Some companies just need an application, like I said, that they can use to do their appraisal. Some companies need a recruitment portal. They don't want to go to the popular ones like Jobberman and all of that, but they want to have a recruitment portal where they can at least process applications that come in. They want to be able to process the applications that come in. They want to have an application pipeline. So when people submit their CVs, they want them submitted through the web. They want to be able to shortlist and invite them for interviews. So some very simple applications like that you can actually build for these people. So those opportunities are there, but most of the time we're not looking at it. So when we're looking at tech,
when you're looking at becoming a programmer, we're all thinking about working in a big startup and putting, learning this particular application, building application as part of large teams. That's what we're thinking about. But that opportunity, it is a very easy place to enter because you don't really have to set up a large business to do business in that space. Even as one man, you can start, and even as a small team, you can start and you can do something in that space. So that's the space I'm talking about, and I think there's an opportunity where we can position ourselves into taking advantage of that space. Okay. So if you look around you, like I said, most developers and programmers are focused on the massive ideas, big names, and earth-shaking disruptions. That they forget that there are hundreds of thousands of businesses that need websites, web applications, and mobile applications to showcase and run their businesses. So this is an area that is largely untapped. Okay. So what are the technologies that you use in this space? Good old HTML and CSS. Because we're talking about websites, web applications, and mobile applications now. JavaScript. JavaScript is the joker of the programming today. And thankfully, we have had a whole session on that. JavaScript is very important. 70% most popular web technology today. It's not just web, everywhere. I heard somebody talking about Java. It is good. The best thing you can learn, the best language that you can actually learn today is JavaScript. Because with JavaScript, you can be a front-end developer, back-end developer. You can be anything. You can be a mobile developer with JavaScript. You see, so JavaScript is so powerful. So that's a technology that you should leverage on. Okay. Another one is PHP. Now, PHP, the question, is PHP not dead? PHP is not dead. 79% of the website on the internet still run on top of PHP. So PHP is not going away anytime soon. It is true that it might be like the popularity is going up because now JavaScript has entered into the backend space and is Node.js is really taking over in that area. But PHP still runs more than 79% of the web. So that is also still a valuable technology today. And then WordPress. 75 million websites worldwide run on top of WordPress. Now, when we talk about WordPress, if you say that's not a programming this thing, why should I be bothered about WordPress? Well, 75 million websites. And today it is still the fastest way you can put together a website, a good website. Fastest way, with a lot of plugins, with a lot of themes, with a massive community. So WordPress is still very valuable. And with WordPress, you can build so many websites. And then I talked about, I mentioned .ng domains and shared and cloud hosting. There's a lot of talk about Docker and Kubernetes and a lot of other things that we can do with massive applications. But when you're trying to build a website, you're talking about cPanel, just very, very simple things. So I'm trying to tell you that the technologies are not complicated. The technologies are easy to learn. Technologies are stuff you can get into very quickly. And you are going to be creating value very quickly. You're going to be making money very quickly. So this is an area that I believe that a lot of tech people, especially people that are coming in fresh, can take advantage of. And the fact that you are doing business in this area does not mean that you cannot still do business in other areas. For example, over the past few years, I've done several websites, and I've also done several applications, and I've also done mobile applications. So you see, you can function in all those spaces in parallel. Okay? All right, so having said all of that, so if you want to play in this market, there are some tips that I can share with you from my own experience in terms of how you can. I'm going to share with you 10 things that I think are important to take note of. The first one is integrity. Be straightforward and honest. Now, I said code entrepreneurship. So now I'm talking to people who might want to start now, who are saying, I don't want to wait until, I don't want to have to go all over the place looking for jobs. When I finished from school in 2008, I started an internship at a web design company. And immediately I got there, I realized that I started at the web design company and then started building websites for them and all of that. Then after my NYC, I joined the company, and then 2 years into that, I resigned because I realized that there's a lot of value to be created out there. Why do I sit down on this job, fixing computers, printer is not printing, come and attend to it, and all of that. And then sometimes you do some website, and I realize there's a lot of value. So I resigned from there, and for 5 years I've been like that, and the business has continued to grow. So I'm saying that there's an opportunity for you to start. It's easy to start, in the sense that you don't really have to put too much together to start. Okay. So, but the first thing, the most important thing you need to do is that integrity. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you are working somewhere, it is important. Integrity is very, very key, because that is what is going to keep you going on the long term. So be straightforward, be honest. There's a thing here in Africa, people believe that creatives are not honest. If somebody tells you that you're going to get the website in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, we're still talking about it. And a lot of creatives and tech people have come to accept it as a normal thing. We feel, oh, it's normal, don't worry. We can just tell them, you know that this thing might take you 1 month. Just tell them 2 weeks. They said they want 2 weeks, we tell them 2 weeks. Let's agree to 2 weeks so that we can get the job. Then later we'll sort it out. That is not, all those things are not going to help you on the long run if you want to function in the SME space. Because people will see through all of that. And at the end of the day, you see that they affect you and you cannot really go far. So integrity is very important. The next one is be bold. Take on challenges. You need to take on challenges. The web space can be very challenging in the sense that you are going to find different kind of problems at different times. Somebody talked about the challenge of electricity earlier on. We also had a problem of internet. So there are many challenges. And it can look scary that, oh, I want to be an entrepreneur. Where is the job going to go? I was talking to somebody just before this session, and he was saying, where do you get the jobs? How do you know whether the next job is going to come in? So but you have to be ready to take on challenges. So there are going to be new problems that you're going to find in the business space. A lot of people will come to you and say, oh, I'm trying to do this. Just like I explained to you, somebody might come to you and say, President, we are doing them on paper. Then you have to be able to take that problem, analyze it, and see what solutions are available that we can use to solve this problem. Do we need to create a new thing? Do we need to use an existing technology? Do we need to use an existing solution? You must be able to take on these challenges and then solve those problems. So you have to be bold to be able to function in this space. The next thing is bootstrap. Start small. When I say bootstrap, you might think I'm talking about the bootstrap the CSS framework. But that's where the idea of bootstrap the CSS framework came from. That why do you have to write everything from scratch when you can have something that just helps you to start? So start small. Start small. A lot of times when we're talking about starting businesses, a lot of people think about a posh office, with secretary and all of that, and everybody's thinking about a lot of money, and then some people feel, I've just started my business, I want to show everybody that I have arrived, but that's not the way to go. You can start small. It's very easy in the web development industry. It is easy to start. You don't even have to have an office to start. When I started, I did not start from an office. I started from home. Then after a while, I moved to an office. You see, so you don't have to start from the beginning. You don't have to start thinking, I need to set up an office and all of that. So you can start small. Start with the only thing you really need to start here is your laptop and an internet connection. That's all. If you have that, you can actually start doing business in this space.
And lights.
And electricity. Yes. So maybe a generator, because of Nigeria. So maybe a generator. So, but it is very easy to start. Take only what you need. Take only what you need along. You don't have to carry everything. Take only what you need. So bootstrap, start small. Then embrace remote, leverage on technology. Now, I'm sort of a remote evangelist, because I realize that here in Africa, people don't like remote. They want everybody to come to the office from every part of, especially in this Lagos where traffic is hell. I don't know how everybody has to come to the same place at the same time every single day of the week. It is not sustainable. And so if you are coming to this space also, that's something you should embrace. If, as much as possible, do work remotely. If you have a team, if you can work remotely, you can be 2 or 3, or you can be starting a team, or you can have people working with you. You can have them work from wherever they are and then come together for meetings once in a while. This is something I do a lot, and it makes it very easy. It cuts down the cost of your office. It saves time. Now you have more hours in the day. You can imagine if somebody, a lot of people don't calculate this thing very well. The office is on the island, you live on the mainland. You take, how many hours will it take you to get to work? Like 2 hours, 3 hours. Uncountable recently, right?
3 hours.
Uncountable, 3 hours. So now it takes so long then when you get there, I've worked in that kind of situation before, so I know that the first hour or so, there's nothing that is done in our office because you are even trying to bring yourself back into the work environment. So that's about 4 hours done in the day. And then they do a little bit of work, people will still talk and talk. And then after that, there's break time, and before you know it, you are closed, and then you get to. So you cannot really do much. Most of the day is spent on the road. So all of that time can be saved if you work remotely. So try as much as possible to embrace remote. And you can leverage on a lot of collaboration tools like GitHub, like Slack, like Trello. Who knows about Slack? You all know about Slack, right? Trello. Who knows about Trello?
I do.
Okay, so Trello is a tool that you can use to organize your projects and as you work on projects. And then GitHub for sharing code. So the fact that there are 3 of you or 4 of you does not mean you are 3 of you. The 3 of you and 4 of you have to sit together at the same point to work. You can actually leverage on remote and come together when you actually need to come together. Also, your clients, you let them know that we can have this. Why can't we have a Skype? Why can't we have a Zoom instead of me coming all the way? There's a project I've been doing for the past few months now, and every week we have a Zoom meeting, and you don't know. That has really, really helped us to make so much progress because normally that we would have had to go down to their office in Ikoyi every single Friday, and that one Friday is gone because of that meeting. You can imagine. So then we save a lot of hours because we do Zoom. So this Zoom every Friday, and they've come to accept it. These are not people who would normally do that, but you have to tell them, this thing is there. Let's use it. Why do we have to waste time on the road? So leverage on technology, embrace remote, leverage on technology. Then count your cash, keep accounts. Now, this is talking to our entrepreneurs that if you are starting a business, even if you are the only one with your laptop and internet, and probably generator, just like I said, count your cash. Accounts. Know how much. It is very easy for entrepreneurs to lose money because you are going to think you are making money. But what you are doing actually, you are not really making any money at the end of the day. If you really count your cash, then you see what is taking, what costs money. You see how much you actually have, what you can afford and what you cannot afford. How much should you actually bill? Because you won't know how you are going to bill if you don't even know how much you are making. So you need to keep accounts. There are some small tools that you can easily use to keep track of your expenses, keep track of your income, so that you have proper books on what you are doing. So that's going to really help you on the long run. That's going to ensure that you're not making money. And you'll be able to grow your business when you actually take the numbers. You know whether you are making progress or not. You know whether you are making more money or not. How much did you make? If I don't know whether many of you have started out or whether they're entrepreneurs, but if I ask some people, when I ask an entrepreneur, how much did you make last year? They don't know. How much did you make last year? How much was your total revenue last year? How much did you spend on your business last year? The money you spent on your internet last month, how much was it? How much did you spend on internet last year? All those numbers are very important. They are very important, even for individuals. So let alone businesses, whether it's a 1-man business or 2-man or 3-man or small team, make sure you are taking the numbers very well. Then the next one, organize, create order in everything you are doing. Organize your work. Tech people, we are supposed to be the most organized people because we write programs, and programs are supposed to be algorithms, step-by-step way of doing things. But I have realized that we tech, we are very chaotic in the way we do our things, despite the fact that we are supposed to be the ones organizing how a problem is solved. So, but you have to resist the temptation to be chaotic. You need to be organized. Organize yourself. Have a plan. For example, today is Saturday. What are you going to do on Monday? What are you going to do on Tuesday? I know, as I am now, I know what I'm going to do next week. I have a plan for each day. I know what I'm going to do on Monday. I know what I'm going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I already have it mapped out. So you should plan, you should organize your time. That is how you are not going to run late on jobs, because somebody gives you a job and you expected to next week, Friday, is the delivery date. But you don't even have a plan on how you are going to do it. You're just going to go, we get it done, we get it done, and we get it done. So don't be chaotic. Organize. It is very important. Then the next thing is learn only what matters. Master your core skills. In the tech industry, there's a lot of buzz. And it's a constantly evolving space. So, of course, you need to pay attention to what is happening. You need to pay attention to the new technologies. But don't get carried away. You need to understand what is important. You know, Mark said earlier, you need to say, what is the most important thing right now that I need to learn now? If you are a web developer, then what are you are a JavaScript developer, and you hear that, okay, there's React, and then you hear that there's an Angular, and you hear that there's another, any of those, all those things are there. The question is that, which one can I use to create applications right now? Which one can I use to create websites right now? That is the most important one for you to learn. You can learn the other ones, but make sure you are learning what matters. The most important one is the one you should be learning. What you can use. So you don't spend all of your time learning everything that you are not going to use to do anything. You should learn what you are using. And then those ones that you use constantly, master them. Keep getting better at them. So that you can, because the more you know about a particular technology, more problems you can solve. Okay? So try as much as possible to learn only what matters. Then build your portfolio, create stuff. In the coding entrepreneurship space, you don't go around with CVs. So CVs don't matter. There's nothing like CV. Now, certifications also will not help you. So all those things will not matter. What will matter is what you have done. And there's nothing that will sell you more than what you have done. So if somebody is trying to give you a job, the question they're going to be asking you is that, what have you done? If somebody wants to build a website, they will ask you, have you built any website? Can you show us? Let us look at it. See, and then I was telling someone just earlier on that most times when somebody is considering giving me a job, and they go to my website, they immediately decide on giving me a job when they see my website, because they just, oh, you build this website, you are the one that's going to build this. So what you have done is going to sell you faster than any other thing. So, and it's not important to say, I know HTML, I know CSS, I know Docker, I know. What have you done? That's what matters. So what you have done is very important. So, and that's why you have to do stuff. You might ask, I'm just starting, so what will I do? So start creating, lay your hands on something and create. If you know that, oh, I cannot create anything that is sensible yet. Okay, is there somebody I know that is creating something? Can I work with them? The best thing after what have you done is what did you join with other people to do? I was one of those who created this. It doesn't matter if you wrote one line of code there, but if you can say, can claim credit for this work, then that's going to help you. So you need to build your portfolio, create stuff, see that you're creating something, and that way you are positioning yourself better in the SME market. The next, build relationships. How do you build relationships? That number one helps you with this, because when you have integrity, people are going to then be able to recommend you. I was talking to Mr. Sampson next layers. I think it's in the creatives part. And he said something. He said one day he realized that all the jobs he had ever gotten were from reference. All. So that means there's no, and the same applies for me. Not all are reference, but most, like 90% of everything I've done in the past 5 years that have been fully in business have been reference. 90%. So you see that relationships matter. They are very important. So basically, if you know a lot of people who trust you, you are going to keep getting jobs. And this is a space, like I told you, this space is untapped. So there's nothing like I don't have jobs to do. When somebody was saying it earlier on that, how do you get jobs to do? That's not never a concern. The question is, how do we even finish the ones that we have collected? So if you build relationships, you are never going to run out of projects. You are going to keep getting calls. At one point, you are going to have to choose whether I do this or I do this, or okay, now it's time to expand the team. Let's bring in this person so that they can do this. Because that's what's going to happen eventually. Because you are building relationships. So build relationships. it's very important when it comes to tech events like this. And when I say relationships, it's everywhere. Your church, your street, your neighborhood, everywhere. Those relationships, these people, those are the people that will tell somebody that you are. This guy is a designer. Oh, because everybody goes everywhere and they hear that somebody needs a website. And we need an application. Do you know anybody? That's when they say, oh, I know this guy. Let me help you call him. You know, that I know is what is going to get you, what's going to get you jobs in this space. So build relationships is very important. And then finally, tend your spirit. Have the God factor. You know, if somebody asks me that over the past years, how did I do it? After saying all of these things, I will tell you that there is something that is beyond me that also helps. So the grace that you get from the divine is important. Now, programmers can learn programmers on Sunday morning. I don't know whether if you're a Christian or a Muslim, I'm just saying I'm a Christian. Some programmers on Sunday morning are writing code. And you say, why didn't you come to church? You say, I had to do this. You need to tend your spirit, because I'm going to go a bit spiritual and I'll tell you that the spiritual is realer than the physical. So the grace will work for you. So you need to tend your spirit. It is very important. Don't focus so much on work or on code that you forget about your creator. Okay, millions of African small and medium-sized businesses need us to bring them into 2020 technology. So you need to step up. So, you know, my charge to you is that there's a lot of opportunity in this space. It is not only in writing big codes that you can create value and make money in Africa. You can write small code, let me put it that way, and still create a lot of value. So you might not make the news, but you're going to be adding a lot of value. And you're also going to be making a lot of money. So thank you very much.
I would have preferred it if you use the word use GitHub more, because GitHub is like your CV.
Yeah.
Because when you just go to anywhere, all they just want to see is, okay, give us your GitHub account. They go there and they see what you've done. And secondly, I noticed that most times people love saying, "Oh, I'm still new," forgetting that even if it is hello world, you just write on GitHub. GitHub is counting it for you, all your repos and everything. Before you know, you are 3 years there. And you're like, wow, I've done all this. And anyway, you just take it to the selling for you. That's one. And secondly, I don't like when speakers are always making it so easy. I love when speakers tell you that at first it's going to be very difficult, but you just need to keep moving. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have contributed. I think I've been able to buttress everything. So, when you talk about, they're always, that's why I told you that you should be bold. Because there are going to be challenges. There are going to be challenges. There are going to be days when the code did not run. And there will be days when there will be bugs. But you have to keep going. That's the thing. You have to keep going. And at one point, it's going to become easy. That's the thing. When you keep beating down stuff, it gets a stage when you are used to killing giants. Then it's no longer a big deal anymore. So that's what's going to happen eventually. All right.
So I believe that you have also, when we're having another conference like this next year, we're going to invite somebody, right? Okay, fantastic. So the next event or the conference we're going to be having is going to be November 28th. That is on the last Saturday in November 2020. You get what I'm saying? So the idea is that, like I explained earlier on, is that we are preparing tech professionals for next year. So go on Instagram, go on Twitter, and follow all the speakers that have spoken today. DM them and ask them questions as you grow in the tech ecosystem. I know some people are here that are enthusiasts. Some people are here and are already software developers or programmers. Some people are here and they are planning to get into the tech ecosystem. So Mr. Mark explained what we call the various career paths. Our big boss here from Y Ninja explained on how you can use digital technology to leverage your product. And Mr. Yemi came to come and speak about other aspects that you need to know about. So these topics were strategically created to cut across all the spectrum of the tech ecosystem. So please try as much as possible to take up from here. I believe that by next year when we're meeting, a lot of you would have grown to the next level. Are you with me? All right. So follow us on social media, drivehub.ng. We are going to continue to post productive things that would make you grow in whatever you do. And don't forget, our blog will start beaming various informations from Monday, especially from contribution from your speakers. I hope all your questions were answered. Right? All right, beautiful. I hope all the bodies that came with you were met. All right, so put your hands together one more time for coming. So next Saturday, all our speakers are already being locked down. So next year, 28th of November, see you at the next Drive conference. Thank you very much.